Hey traders, about noon, February 25th. As I mentioned in yesterday's recap video, that we had this this February low right here, and this upper trend line. And just exactly what happened is it touched this trend line and then bounced a little bit, but not much. Just wasn't ready. And then it rinsed everybody out at 53, 59.34, and then it bounced, and then it rinsed everybody out again, just a little bit lower, but then it made a move from 59.24 up to 59.90. So yeah, like a 65-point move in a half an hour, and that is exactly the reversals we're looking for. So as I mentioned, it just keeps repeating this. It just keeps rinsing everyone out, and then goes back to the long trend. So this move in here today was like a 2-minute trend trade for a while. So here is, if anybody has any suggestions, I am learning this whole YouTube studio, etc. But here is today's performance. Had a few that didn't work, but more of them that did. So 147 points for the day. That's an okay day. So looking ahead for tomorrow, I'm going to be looking at this breaking the high of the day of 60.18, and there's a good possibility that it'll do it overnight, just because of the slowdown in volume and the fact that we've been down for 3.5 days straight. Here is the 60 moving average, and yeah, huge ATR today. Love these days when there's a 15 ATR on the 15-minute, and it just moves. So you're either wrong or you're really right. So, but that's why it's super important to use your ATMs. So, and you can see setting up on the 15-minute is a bull flag, bull pennant. So not quite holding the 15, well, it is now. Earlier it was like above it and below it and just kind of, yep. Now it's above the 30-minute. So yeah, I would expect, here's that 59.94. It will get above this. It will get above 60.26 tomorrow, just based on NVIDIA having to report earnings. So what I'm looking for tomorrow is, so here's that 59 level now on the 60-minute chart. And we can go ahead and draw a trend line, because a lot of times when we have these oversold circumstances after 2-3 days red down, and again, the market in general is a long bullish market, volatility acts up and then it recedes, kind of like a tsunami or any kind of a storm. So yeah, unless NVIDIA, something nutty comes out, I'll be looking for a move all the way back above, back to 60.84 the next couple days this week to rinse out all the shorts. And then we'll just kind of have to see what happens, because as I mentioned before, this trend line has now been hit 3 times, and typically it struggles on the 4th. So it wouldn't surprise me if we, especially if something on earnings with NVIDIA, then we'll go back below the January, and we'll go back below the election low also. because it will rinse everybody out from the big election boom that has happened, because everyone will have had their stops back here. But we'll talk about that as we get closer to rinsing out these 5800 level. But for the next couple days, I'm looking for a continuance up to test at 6086, and we'll be looking for trend trades on smaller time frames. Right now we went 1, 2, 3. We've been up straight 5 hours now, pretty much. So that's the sellers just disappearing. And with that in mind, again, your levels for tomorrow are going to be, our rinse is going to be the 659.56 area, but then I'll be looking for just kind of some lower volatility tomorrow and seeing if this 1520 axis support and this new trend line, because we'll basically be putting in an ascending triangle pattern to break out of 5090. This will get broken, then this will get broken. It'll just be like a leak up kind of thing. So with some retests of the moving average, I expect lower ATR for tomorrow. So unless there's something nutty that comes out in the news. Okay, those are the levels. Take care. Trade them well.